Tuna. Well, you're down in Cuba. I know you never knew that. You could have a little bluefin tuna. What's a bluefin tuna? I don't think that I could tell ya, but I bet it's a kind of tuna. Probably with a bluefin, yeah. Make me a dish. One with a fish. A fish with a bluefin. A bluefin tuna. I never thought that I would rap about a fish, no, yeah. Let alone a bluefish. A bluefin tuna.
Look at all my fish. Look at all my beautiful fish. Look at all my beautiful fish. Have a bluefin tuna.
Hey yo, peaches. Jesse Bree, the Oxford comma, baby. No idea what that means, but I said it anyway. Y'all not ready for this? Yeah. Yo, let's go. Yeah, I'm chillin' on my boat with a very jet coat. Way past with the buoys low, these bars I rode. I cast a rod to catch a car, but I find it odd. I definitely caught a tuna. Tuna? Yeah, it was strange, like the parties I arranged. Crashed my boat like Stephen Strange, all because of a bluefin tuna.
Look at all my fish. Look at all my beautiful fish. Look at all my beautiful fish. Have a bluefin tuna. Look at all my fish. Look at all my beautiful fish. Look at all my beautiful fish. Have a bluefin tuna. Look at all my beautiful fish. They are so pretty, you're so beautiful. They are pretty fish. I will get my wish for all my beautiful fish. Look at all my fish. Look at all my beautiful fish. Look at all my beautiful fish. Have a bluefin tuna. Look at all my fish. Look at all my beautiful fish. Look at all my beautiful fish. Have a bluefin tuna.
Hey, it's Preview with Jay and Adam. The peaches assembled. Come join the orchard. We got fun, cool people chilling around. But among all the peaches, one stands out from the rest. He's that creamy Alfredo pasta, and he is the best.
Yo, fettuccine. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, every time I see him out there, I feel insane. It's so good to know that someone in the world has got your back. Yeah, it's fettuccine. and that's a fact.
To do our homework, keeping us on time. He's always there to hype you up, always so kind. He comes to play those Jackbox games every weekend online. He's got that pander on strong, but we beat him all the time.
He's got every quality that we would look for in a person, the type of guy that would never leave you hurting. Yeah, I'm sorry that we beat you, man, but honestly, not really. Yeah, we love you, Fed, and if we didn't, we'd be silly.
We love you, fettuccine. Keep them dabs sharp.
Shoot, I accidentally muted myself.
God damn it. AP was right. You proved AP right. God damn it, Jay.
Look, there was a lot of buttons. There was a lot of buttons, and I was nailing it.
But you didn't need to. This was unmuted.
Lashy,
you pressed button to mute.
Lashy, I had all the buttons. I had the things. I was tapping just to make sure that I could unmute the thing over here. But then I wanted to bring in the energy. It's not. Look, I'm sorry.
We're back, baby.
Ooh, welcome to Fix It. We're friends. Wait, no, that's the no. This is not the podcast
yet.
Yet.
Not the podcast.
Okay,
not podcasting yet.
Okay, okay. This is not the podcast yet. We can forget the mute thing. I apologize. You forgave me. We hugged and kissed.
I don't remember forgiving you.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Gettysburg coming in with $2. Now you have to watch Severance. No, we don't. We didn't say that. I didn't say that, and don't put that evil on us, all right? Anyways, welcome to Previewed, where friends don't let friends live stream alone.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Jay. And we're both in front of a green screen right now that we didn't...
Yeah, we're in front of the green screen. We haven't figured that out yet. That's next month, maybe. If we have time. Eventually, this will be back in the theater at some point.
Yeah. Sure. As soon as we can figure out how to do that without melting our computers. All right. Anyways, welcome, everybody. For those of you who have not known, Adam and I have made a conscious effort to live stream more and maybe do some just chatting situations with you all. And it seems like you guys have really been into it and really been having a good time. And so here we are back again, and with the addition of just chatting. We've added Fix It, the podcast, everyone's absolutely most favoriteest podcast in the entire world. It's back, baby, in a live stream format. Goonin', Edgin' for Charity podcast. Woo! That was a joke just for our guest, who is off screen right now, but I can see him, and I got him.
For charity.
For charity. Welcome, everybody. Without further ado, chat is. I'll just give you a little rundown of how this is going to work tonight. We are going to be podcasting live tonight. We have a new live format of our podcast, Fix It, which has been on a hiatus for quite some time. I personally blame producer Brian, but that's just.
It is technically his fault.
It is technically his fault.
His decisions led to this happening.
Yeah, so. Think about that, Brian. I again also can see you off camera as well, and I just want you to, I just know that you're smiling too much right there. You're smiling too much. Anyways, so we're going to be doing a live version of our podcast Fix It tonight. We are going to be fixing the movie Kraven with a special guest. We are moving into a guest format with Fix It, and we have the wonderful and talented Omn1Media with us tonight, and we're really excited to have him here. He is probably the best friend of the channel, I would argue. He's probably our best reactor friend, which is pretty great. Don't tell Wendy.
And don't tell Wendy.
So we're really excited about that this evening. The way that the evening is going to go, the way we're going to structure everything, is that this evening we have we're going to be doing just a little bit of just chatting up front. We're going to be doing like the first half hour with chat, hanging out with you guys, reading all of the super chats and things like that. Just like our second super chat of the night. Aaron Turner, $5. Y'all are awesome. Just want you to know that. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate
Thanks, Aaron.
it. And System of a Downer, love Omni so much. I agree. But it's going to be our Rug Talk segment of the live podcast, which we're really excited about. So we're going to be getting our guests and our spectacular producer in as soon as possible.
Jackson.
But once we start the podcast, we're probably going to be chatting for about a half hour. And then once we start the podcast, we are not going to be engaging with chat. Any super chats or anything that come in during that time, we are not going to be reading them. We will be reading them after the podcast has finished, at the tail end of things. So if anyone doesn't necessarily is a little upset that we're not reading your super chat, we're just trying to get a firm cut of the podcast, as it were. It's going to exist inside of a bubble. But we have the intro and all that fun stuff. I'm really excited about that.
We're gonna do audio version of it.
This is gonna work. It's gonna work so well, right?
It's gonna be great. As long as you don't mute your mic again, it's gonna be great.
But Jay, when is the staying ahead of the onion portion? I agree, Cade. When are we going to add that section in? Draven Dresden coming to the $5 super chat. Fixing Kraven. Remove Sony. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Show's over. You're welcome. If you remove Sony, then we don't get Kraven. I feel like you have to exist. Like, it's kind of. Is this technically Rug Talk? It is. It is.
Yeah,
did I miss any? Did I miss any details? You know the sad thing. You know what the sad thing is that I actually write pretty copious notes about what we're going to talk about.
Copious notes,
and it doesn't. Yes. It doesn't sound like it at all. It doesn't. It really. Anyways, Paul Hughes, $2 super chat. I'm upset my super chat is being read. Good. Go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to bring in our spectacular producer Brian and our wonderful guest Omn1Media. Please throw all of the peaches in the chat for a wonderful guest and producer. Ooh, look at that transition.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yeah, looking good, looking fresh, looking fly, looking clean. Oh, look at that. Yeah, have you thought about it like that, Brian? Have you thought about it like that?
That was amazing. What an amazing live stream this is.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can't see it. The sword is just above frame.
Yeah,
it's up there. It's just above frame.
Oh no! Yeah. That's why my chair is so low.
Welcome to the show. Welcome. Omni, how are you tonight? How you doing, bud?
I'm good. Tired, alive, but hanging in. But I do need to know. Severance when?
Do not. Don't. No. Well, it's been fun, everybody.
What are you talking about? They do Severance. They don't remember it. Their innies do Severance.
We've been severanced. Severance.
Here's why I don't want to do Severance, Omni.
Severed.
I don't want to do Severance because if Adam gets wind of that technology and that existing, he is going to try and he's going to sever me in a way that we just can't put any ideas in his head. Kethron says,
They're already there. There's no stopping it.
Kethron says, Omni, you just need $1,000 at this point, but
No. The prices have raised. Nope.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
No.
I didn't say it.
We did the math. That number needs to be higher.
Yeah.
Oh, though I can give you an update on the Dead Boy Detectives stuff.
That's excellent.
I have gotten all the watch-alongs done. We have not put them on Patreon. I can do that. It'll take a little bit, but I have them all done. Editing it for YouTube take much longer. So I got to edit 8 episodes. Watch-alongs are much easier. But I have most of that part done. Just got to put them up on Patreon. That's coming soon.
Is it me or is
want to watch it? You can watch it on Patreon.
Our volumes are lower. I can raise me up. That's no problem.
You can raise me up. I could.
You raise me up.
And I can fly on mountains.
That a little better.
On dragons.
On dragons' wings. So we don't have necessarily Severance on the docket currently. Now that being said, can I tell people what we scheduled out, Adam?
Oh, yeah, I thought that's what we were gonna do.
I know, but we hadn't actually talked about that specifically, and I had a hard time not tweeting it on my train ride home, and I was like, we should probably, we hadn't really talked about that. Not that you really ever look at our social media.
I'm busy editing, man. I'm busy editing and then busy not editing.
Watch Kimberly G coming to the $5 super chat. Watch both Watch Along and YouTube Wicked. My mom cried when Jay was crying when she caught the end of YouTube. Oh, that's nice. That's good. The Wicked reactions doing really well. But BT saying the War of Rohirrim? No. Sorry, not sorry. We have added we saw that there was a hole in the schedule, and since we have covered it in the past, and we feel like there was enough of a response from the last Trailer Palooza, and
He's going to tell. You
nerds.
Hey, Velson with $2 super chat. Sorry I can't stick around. Leaving for a birthday. Have a great birthday time. It is Friday night. I feel that. We are going to be covering Wheel of Time season 3. We've covered the first 2 seasons. The Oxford comma abides. It is going to.
Just I'm hyping you up.
Wait, Brian, I think your mic is cutting out when you're trying to talk loud.
You're pulling a J and screaming too loud. You're cutting.
Oh, I didn't even scream. I did that at a lower volume. That's so funny.
Oh,
man,
okay.
You're cutting out the lower end. You're cutting out the lower end.
Wow.
The wheel wobbles and wheels and falls down. Yes, indeed. Bahazak. Yes, indeed. Woohoo, Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time. We're doing it. Book 3 and 4.
Whatever that means. Are you a Wheel of Time person, Omni? Did you react to the Wheel of Times?
I never dipped my toes into those waters. I saw the first trailer and I was like, this is not doing it for me. So I never pursued it.
Yeah. I bet that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. The first season, this is the first season the show's actually going to be like running on all cylinders. Because the first season got screwed over by COVID, and the second one was still kind of dealing with that a little bit, and then also the strike, and now this is the first time it's like, okay, everything's fine, right?
Yeah.
Great. Here are the strongest
Fire Nation
early
attacks.
books. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It'd be an action-packed season. And only 8 episodes, so.
Oh, I know why Adam is quiet, because I made you quiet.
Why did you make me quiet, Jay?
I made you so quiet.
To assert his dominance on the stream.
Yes. You know me all too well, Omni. You know me all too well, sir. Yes. All right, Monitor.
One part Mario Party Tuesday too many.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn my gain up a little bit. That's why we do this. That's why we do Rug Talk up top, just to make sure everything is.
Just to check it all out.
Am I cutting out or can you hear me okay?
We can hear you okay
When
now.
you're talking, it's fine.
Yeah, now you're fine.
Okay.
Just don't emote too strongly.
I won't. I will just talk like this.
Yes, good.
Yes. Okay. I think we're good. I think I moved everyone's levels in a place that we are feeling good. We're feeling happy. There's a lot of buttons, you know. It's fun though. It's fun, especially when you just until you forget to unmute yourself. But that's the previewed way. That is indeed the previewed way. All I'm saying is, most of the time when I stream by myself, everything goes according to plan. I'm just saying.
Oh, is that how that works?
I'm just saying if we're talking about like what the common denominator on like things going wrong stream wise. I mean,
it's more buttons.
Other than that time my motherboard crashed while I was streaming Arceus, it was fine. You know, it's no big deal.
Nice.
It's no big deal. Omni, how is the reacting game treating you? How is reacting? How are you feeling about everything right now? How are you feeling? Just some industry talk. How are you feeling about the industry?
I'm feeling about the industry. How are the numbers doing? Are we trending upwards? What do we need to be looking at?
Do numbers go up? Yeah. Do numbers go up?
Do numbers number? Can I count? I don't know. Do I need to go back to school?
treating you? Yeah.
I mean, everything's doing pretty good. There's nothing. I mean, I think everything, at least that I'm covering, is pretty much firing. Like,
Good.
There's not a lull on the schedule at the moment, as far as like, it's like sometimes you might be like watching something and it's just like, oh, yeah, okay, that was an episode. I haven't had that for a minute, and it's kind of been wild, but it's been a busy ride.
That's cool, man. That's cool. And also, one thing I appreciate about subscribing to you, because actually you are in like the echelon of people that I actually watch your content, mostly because you watch a lot of stuff that we don't. So it helps me keep up on things that other people are doing. I'm like, oh yeah, great. I don't necessarily know if I want to watch Hell of a Boss, but I will check out what Omni's doing with it. Sounds awesome. And but not Severance, because maybe we'll do it. I don't know.
I don't know. It's all about time.
Yeah.
Don't have enough time for everything.
Windwalker coming in with a $10 super chat. Would you rather start with an awful movie and fix it a lot to make it okay or good, or take an average to good movie and make it truly great? Also, the true challenge: Plan 9 from Outer Space. That is. The mouse is on Omni's face. Oh yes, it is. Look at that. Oh, look at this power that I have right now. I'm just saying, don't you sass me. Don't you sass me. I'm just gonna put it in Brian's teeth so he can keep smiling the whole time, so it hides it. And Brian, how is, ever since the hiatus? I don't know how much, like, the Peaches haven't seen a ton of you. How are you doing, my friend? How is life?
I'm doing well. The kid is almost 7 months. He is he's alive and happy and eating and smiling, and it's quite nice. And it's great. And y'all forced me back to do this, so here I am. But no, everything else is really no, it's great. Life was wonderful. Just taking care of babies and ripping Pokemon cards,
Yeah, man.
As life is.
Tell me more about, like, how is moving into being ripping Pokemon packs? How has that been treating you? How have you been enjoying that?
It's the biggest my numbers have ever been. 1, 2. No,
we
it's
should
fun.
let everyone. He's streaming, by the way, everyone. Brian has to stream where you should tell him about your stream, bud.
Yeah.
He was going to.
Yeah.
What? We need context.
Yeah, of course. I mean, for those of you who know or don't know, like, I fell in love with Pokemon recently, like 2 years ago. I did not play as a kid. I have no, like, except for the kids I babysat for, like, I had no nostalgia for it. And, like, I got back into Pokemon Go when Jay got back into Pokemon Go. And, like, I've just been, like, full force in it. And then I started playing, emo support Jamie had me play Brilliant Diamond, and I had a blast. And then anyway, long story short, the fuse was lit, and I'm having an awesome time. And then I stupidly got into the cards because that's the real.
I
like-
warned you, dude. I
I know.
absolutely.
That's
warned you.
the rabbit hole you never come back from.
I know, but now I'm an expert in the cards. I know everything about everything. It's insane. It's the Captain America, Iron Man meme. Like, did you know? Did you know? When they're talking,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. I'm having a great time. I stream as Nutty Professor from the lab here on Sundays, ripping packs, playing RCS and stuff like that. It's really fun. I'm having a great time, and I love Pokemon now, and I mean, the bottom line is I love gambling, I think. And this is gambling for children, and I'm an adult gambling, and it's great, and I love it, and I just want to buy more cards and more packs, and it's really fun, and I have a full binder and everything, and I made Pokemon friends online on Instagram. It's super fun.
Yeah. Well, when you got back into cards, I thought about getting back into like starting cards, and I was like, well, and Kimberly was like, well, how much money does that cost? And I was like, well, that's the thing, is that sometimes you pull some Pokemon out of there that they're worth stuff, so you can sell them, and then like you're technically like making your money back. And Kimberly, without skipping a beat, just goes, oh, so it's gambling. And I went, no,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I recognize what I've done.
that's exactly what it is.
I know my problem. And it's
I'm
fine.
not
I embrace
pretending.
it. Yeah.
Well, I do have all my original Star Wars CCG cards in here as well, and then the back are these are the like top loader Pokemon cards. I'm like, hey everyone, welcome to my room. You want to see my cool new toys?
So yeah, but it was him getting into Pokemon. We did have a conversation of, so is Brian gonna have time to come back to fix it in any way, because he is just too busy ripping packs.
Yeah, I mean, you could see
He's got to be the very best.
absolutely, like no one ever was. Oh yeah, over here, all my unopened boxes that I have for stream and stuff. I'm having a great time, and it seems like everyone else is having a great time too. So let's have a party, baby.
Yeah, man. It's fun seeing you excited about something, I will say. You know, as much as you've
It's
just
wild coming into it like at this point, you know, like as a recent thing. Because like I remember reading it in Nintendo Power before it came out, and I was like, oh,
sure,
Day One Blue.
I did. So I did play Red, and I did play Pokemon Pinball and stuff like that. But I didn't get into it. It wasn't my thing because I was obsessed at that time with the Star Wars cards, with Star Wars CCG. I played it, and then I got into Young Jedi, collected those. Like, that was my thing. I have hundreds, thousands of those cards, and I still have like excellent. Anyway, so I just like missed the Pokemon boat. The kids I babysat for, I ended up learning all the 151 because of the kids I babysat for. Like, I would test them, like it would be a fun thing. And then like it went away, and then recently, I don't know, it was just like I just the game is fun because it's collecting, but it's also like it's like strategy and math in terms of like IVs and EVs and like eggs and sandwiches and all that stuff. Like, and then you can get into the terror raids, or you can get into the actual. I'll stop. I'll go down a rabbit hole.
No, I feel it.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it very much.
And when you have a kid, sometimes you need something to help you feel again. Because you're just so tired.
Yeah. I also like the organizing of it all. Like, I really like ripping open a pack and then being like, okay, this is from the Twilight Masquerade set, and these go here, and this goes here, and like you can see the two black boxes back there are all my bulk stuff that at some point I'll sell back and make a quarter.
Talking about Pokemon, the way you have sat up in your chair.
I forgot there was a knife above me.
Yeah, watch that sword. Careful, it's pointy.
Yeah.
Hey, that's indicative of the Pokemon experience. You get too excited and you get stabbed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's like Adam's partner Pokemon, Scyther. He's got sword for hands.
Mm-hmm.
I use cut.
Yeah.
That's all the Pokemon knowledge I know.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Kimberly G with a $2 super chat. Is Jay's video reversed image? I don't think so. No, I think we're good. Oh, and Ato coming in. How's Epic the Musical? It's great. I've listened to all of it. I haven't. I'm sorry, Ato. Yeah, well, I'll get there. It's It's been a lot. Anyway, we'll talk at Community Day. And Michael Plain with a $5 super chat with just a cute little guy. Welcome. There's a few wobbles a minute ago. Not on my end. Everything's fine. Everything's hunky dory. Morning glory. Okay, what's audio is borked.
I'm playing Balatro. That's a lot of fun. I showed Jay the other day too when he was here. That is a fun game. I haven't beaten it yet, but I'm enjoying it. Numbers go up. Get those chips.
Kimberly is texting me. You are in fact mirrored.
Yeah,
Right.
I think you're mirrored, bud. Yeah, this is currently Mirror Universe J. I know.
Mermaids.
Am I?
I know.
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
I think you are.
Oh, and apparently I am getting messages from mods that we are having an audio issue,
Oh no!
and I think
I mean, well, Brian's the one who's talking a lot lately, so I think maybe it's probably Brian's fault.
Is it me?
it might be.
It's
When in
me.
doubt, blame.
No,
Blame
it was absolutely no one's fault. It was
We all froze? Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, we all froze.
Oh no?
Nope.
Not
I'm
on
actually
mine.
I'm actually fine. I just closed the Discord here, let's just swap to great. Huh. Stand by.
Professional streamers.
1 sec. We're gonna swap back to, and then we'll swap here. There's everybody. Look at that. We're back. You guys are fine. It's gonna be a little bit of a lag on the. Yeah, I was.
But we're learning. This is fun. We're doing great. We're figuring this out. Everything's fine.
Still bad. All right, I think we might be. Jay raised my left hand. This is my left hand. So yeah, I'm on the left side of the screen. Come on now. Okay, audio's fixed. Okay, I think at this point, we should probably just move into the podcast writ large.
Yeah, let's do that.
I said writ large. Everybody drink. Everybody drink. All right. Here we go. Are we all? Adam, do you remember how to do this?
Yes, you do the opening, and then and I say, "Hey, Peaches." You say, "Ho, Peaches," and I say, "A joke thing here, Peaches." And then you take over. You say stuff,
Cool.
and we'll introduce.
I wasn't.
the people.
I was
You
not.
riff on Listeria.
Yeah, we'll talk about Listeria. You know, that'll come
Hi.
out naturally.
Can I fix your
Is-
video for you?
What's up?
Your video is flipped. Can I fix it for you?
Why? My video's not flipped. I'm looking at the stream right here, and it looks exactly the way it looks right here. What's the problem?
Yes, but
It's
that
definitely
is a mirror
flipped.
image of you right now.
But what's the problem?
Because you
I look handsome and nice.
you do look handsome.
Yeah, to you because you are used to looking at yourself in the
in
mirror.
the mirror.
Everyone
Oh,
else.
It's been happening to me
Not.
with Amanda.
okay. How do I fix it?
So are you in Riverside?
No, we're running through Discord.
Well then,
If you bring up your camera,
I think
the
if
camera app.
I can probably go into, I can probably just go into this and transform and nope, that ain't it. Nope.
Jay,
Oh,
you
that's
gotta go. You gotta go to your
There
camera
we go.
hub and you go to effects.
No. I got it. Let me fix it. Okay, there we go.
This is
Oh,
this is the
There you
podcast.
go.
Fix it, everybody.
there we go. Does that look
Oh
good?
yeah, the new concept is we don't actually talk about the movies. We just fix our technical issues for an hour.
Sorry,
and a half.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Guys, look.
Professionals.
You're also not fully in the cutout.
Am I not fully in the cutout?
What do you
Hey,
mean?
you're lighting up every time we talk. So am I though.
Oh, well,
Oh yeah. No,
Jay, you're doing great, bud.
Love you, Jay.
Doing great. Yeah, Jay, you're doing great.
All right, we're getting out of here.
This is working out.
This is going
This is
great.
working.
This is fun. I like this. Well, what a fun. What a fun. Jay was defying. I'm holding space for the fact that I do kind of light up when I. Shoot.
Yeah.
Omni. There we go.
Me,
How about that?
me and you both.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll fix you too. How about that? We thought, oh, no, I'll just move you around.
Fix it.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Don't hit.
hip.
Wait.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that. Nope, that's not it.
oh. You're gonna make him throw up, Jay. You're gonna make him throw up.
Oh my god, did his keys fall out of his pocket?
Okay.
Oh no, the
let's-
tower upside down.
This is my job technically, and I don't. I work. Here's the funny thing: I've been up since 7 a.m. working on this. If you can believe it. If you can believe it.
Yes.
Yeah, wait, I guess so.
Shut up, Brian. Okay. Here we go. All right. Podcast.
Okay. We're actually gonna do podcast.
God, I think this is
We're
gonna
gonna
be
do the podcast.
I hope this is gonna be a disaster. Okay.
We're having fun.
I believe in me.
We're doing
Do you
great.
believe in me? Okay. Okay, here we go. Here comes the intro. Here comes the intro. And we'll come right back to this. If I were in Jay's shoes, there'd be so much swearing. Thank you, Dickinson, for taking us to Pound Town. $5 Pound Town. You love to see it. Thank you, Andrew. All right, here we go.
Nothing you can't fix.
If you can't fix what's broken, you'll go insane.
It's Jay and Adam. It's preview.
It's Previews Fix It with Adam and Jay.
Hey, Peaches! Oh, welcome to Fix It, where friends don't let friends fix pop culture alone.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Jay, and you're our listener.
Hey there, listeners.
Ho there, listeners.
I'm just gonna go flick your ear real quick, listeners. You know what this means. Yeah, stupid listeners. Ha, I'm leaving you. Bye. Going to the Siberian wilderness to get huge. I gotta stack some beef.
That's right, everyone. Here in Vlisteria, it's our annual country retreat. Not that we're retreating to the country, which we are technically doing, but everyone here in Vlisteria is going on a retreat. We're going to get Yudge and learn how to hunt. We're going to get lion blood transfusions, and it's going to be, I'm not sure why it was called the Kraven the Hunter. It should have just been called if we're going by Spider-Man logic, it should just be Lion Man, but there you go. Welcome to Fix It. This is our podcast where every week Adam and I and a guest we take a movie that maybe missed the mark, maybe didn't quite get there, maybe just didn't actually power.
Oh wait, too high. Do it. Jay, I need you to take that again and do it maybe further away from the mic.
Totally fine. I can go
Yeah.
all the way back here. I mean, I can't go that far because the wall is right here, and there's a big pipe because I'm in an unfinished basement because I have been relegated to a dungeon. Anyways,
True.
I had such a nice office. Anyways, this is our podcast Fix It, where every week Adam and I and a guest take a movie that maybe missed the mark, maybe didn't quite get there, maybe just didn't actually have fully explained rhino powers, and we fix it. And today we're going to be fixing 2024.
It was last year. It was a couple months. Yeah, it was a couple months ago. Yeah.
How long have we been doing this? I've never been confident about the year of the movie, but I always continue to try and say it for expectations that I've only set on myself. And I've lost my train of thought. Adam, jump in.
Kraven
the Hunter.
Name of the movie.
Kraven. We're fixing Kraven.
Guys, it's been 7 months since we podcasted. Leave us alone.
But welcome
Actually,
to Fix It.
we're changing the name of this podcast to That's So Craven. That's the big announcement today.
But we do have a guest with us this week. We have the amazingly talented Omn1Media. He is also a YouTube reactor, just like us. He is arguably I said this before, but I think he's our best friend in the reactor space, and we're really glad to have him as a part of the show. Everyone out there in Vlisteria, please light the pyres for the wonderful and talented Mr. Omn1Media.
Is this fire? Fire? Straight fire?
Yeah,
Straight fire. Straight fire. Ooh.
I'm glad to be here, guys. Thank you for inviting me. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I think it should be. It's you specifically watched Kraven just for this episode, but you also filmed a reaction to it. Is that correct?
I did indeed. It is live today. If you
My
wanna
God, that's so
check it out.
Kraven.
And
Yeah,
we-
like
Stop, Brian! You're not supposed to be the funny one. You will speak when spoken to.
yeah, you hit me up. You're like, hey, would you want to be a guest on this? So we're thinking about Kraven. I was like, damn it. I was planning on watching this movie. So I have since watched the movie for research purposes.
What did you think about it? How did you enjoy it? I haven't watched your reaction
was
yet.
Not as bad as I expected, which is
Totally.
high praise, I think, compared to what we're used to with this universe. Can you even call it that? I don't think it even deserves that, to be honest. It's a hodgepodge of just super glued crap that they pulled off the streets. But up until this point, I would say like the first Venom movie, I think, was like my favorite one out of all of them, and that it was the most of a movie that any of them could movie. And this, at this point, I would say surprised me because I had just absolutely lost any faith that any of these would be at all coherent. And I ended up enjoying myself. And it may be recency bias, but as not Kraven as it is, it was still an enjoyable watch. And I don't know, it might go toe to toe with the first Venom movie for me. So I might have to rewatch that to even be confident about that. But right now, it's the only thing that they've put out that is even remotely close, I think, for me. Like, it's definitely got its problems. It's definitely like worth being here for. But for the track record that they have, I was pleasantly surprised that I had fun with it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, it really came down to like we did the reaction just because, you know, it was a Marvel property that like look, this is a, you know, our bread and butter. It'd be weird to not react to it now that we're doing a lot more movies. And also, like, you know, with Madam Web being the absolute train wreck that it was, I was like, we kind of have to cover this, I think. But it's interesting how I think the narrative of this movie being got transitioned into this is the movie that killed the Sony Marvel movies. Like, I don't think that that's fair or right. And that was the only headline that this movie got. And it's kind of like really frustrating to me because I was like, honestly, if they could have all have been this quality, I would be fine with them still making them. I was like, I think we can all agree that Madam Web is what killed this franchise, like, completely. And this is just a unfortunate side effect.
Because Kraven, it had its release date moved. I don't know how many times, but like,
it was. Don't worry, we'll learn all about that.
That was in production even before Madam Web existed. So it just, by luck of the draw, and then shuffling things around, that decision. I mean, they were going to release it regardless. So I think the decision definitely had to have been heavily influenced by something that definitely preceded it, and it
But
just
also, like,
happened to be the front runner when the decision came out publicly.
if you look at the box office numbers for all these movies, like, it's very clear pattern-wise that this series was dead long even before Madam Web came out. Like, the quality of Madam Web, like, definitely reset people's total expectations, but, like, realistically, like, even the second Venom movie, when it wasn't nearly as fun as the first one, like, was enough to kill this franchise. And then all the bungling of the Vulture stuff, like that post-credit stuff. I don't even remember which movie that was. Like,
Morbius, wasn't it?
Morbius.
that was the end
Yeah.
of Morbius. Oh my god, Morbius. Morbius killed this franchise. Yeah,
I
it made a
think
ton of
it has
money.
something to
sort
do with
of.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Morbius. It's Morbin time. It was
is
Morbin
indeed-
time.
It's indeed Morbin time. I just don't.
That's what Craven.
I don't. It's Morbin time. That's so Craven and whatever the Madam Web pun is. We'll get there. We'll get there.
It's the hunting spiders in South America. Isn't that the line? What is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. My mom was researching spiders in South America.
Yeah.
But we do have our wonderful and talented producer Brian in the studio with us tonight, which the studio, which we're honestly, some of our best episodes of this podcast have been ones where you are also in the room with us. So we are really glad to have you. That's one thing I'm looking forward to, as we like grow and evolve this new format of this show. I'm really excited to actually have you as a part of it, as opposed to me just you listening and correcting all of the things that we say wrong posthumously.
Yeah. Now I can do it live.
Yeah.
That is more fun to let Jay know when he's wrong live in post.
Your first time back, I'll go easy on you. Swear to me.
Look, I say things out of pocket. But before we like delve into like actually fixing Kraven, we have come to everyone's absolutely most favorite segment. We took a poll. Let's go take a look at the poll that we started at the beginning of
Ooh, there's 134 votes in this poll.
Everyone's favorite fix it segment. Roll. Oh no, it's not. It's behind. It's no. No. There we go. No, it's not all the way there. There we go. Roll for convo.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's great. Good job, Jay. That's a great little graphic.
All right.
That's great.
For those of you at home who don't know what roll for convo is, we take a 20-sided die, just like this one. This is my favorite 20-sided die. It is Professor Bubblegum. If you are a bonus action fan, this is the 20-sided die that saved season 2. And I'm going to roll this. Brian, our producer, the best producer in the entire industry. Also, I can look him straight in the face and tell him he knows what he did. He knows what he did. Hanging on by a thread. But the best producer we've ever had, the only producer we've ever had, and maybe if we clone him, he will still be the only producer we've ever had, but in a different format. It's a roll for convo. I'm going to roll this 20-sided die. Our producer Brian has 20 topics of conversation that he is going to tell us what the first segment is going to be about. And if it's about rugs, I swear to God, Brian, we are in the same city now. I can find my way over to your house. Here we go. I'm rolling and rolling and rolling. That is a gentleman's 4.
Ooh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Power rank the following fruit. Anything goes in fruit talk. Apples, oranges, bananas,
Wait.
blueberries, strawberries.
Apples, oranges, bananas,
blueberries, and strawberries. You can do this collectively or you can do this individually. Once again, anything goes in fruit talk.
Okay. Okay.
Well, should our guest go first, Jay? That would be only kind. He's our first guest.
He is indeed our first guest. Omni, I think you need to come out swinging with what's your do you have an obvious first place here if we're ranking these?
If it's anything other than strawberries at the top, you're doing it wrong.
Wild.
Wow.
Wild.
They're so versatile. Juicy. Delicious.
One more adjective.
Fascinating.
Give me one more adjective.
Textured.
Spectacular. That okay. I can't. I love you, Omni. I cannot. Okay. I think it's got to be banana number one. And hear me out. I think, but if we're talking, okay. Now that I'm even saying this, I think we need to come together as a group and figure out what we're valuing here. Are we talking versatility? Are we talking flavor is most important? Are we talking about just straight nutrition? Because I think if we're doing flavor, if we're talking like versatility in cooking and nutrition, I think banana takes it, because banana's got like all your nutrients you need. It's got like all the goods. It's got that potassium. What else is?
Hey, baby!
I could not name another food in the world that has potassium in it, but I know banana got it. I think it's got to be, but also bananas. You can make like a plantain type chip. You can go savory. You can go sweet with a banana pudding. Oh man, with a little Nilla wave. Woof. Yeah, man. I think it's got to be banana. I'm feeling really good about this right now. Can someone please back me up?
I mean, my list is only 2, so it's banana is number 1.
Wait, please elaborate.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, my list stops at just 2. It goes banana, apple, and the other 3 can kick rocks.
All of them are just gone.
Oh, they're all dead to me. Yeah.
Too sweet? Like where we
burn the entire crop. Oh yeah, it's gross. Yeah.
So oranges right out.
They're right out. The only good orange is in a lollipop form.
That's maybe the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
That's like, I don't like grapes, but Dimetapp, pour it down this gullet.
Grapes? Raisins? Hell yeah. Yeah. Give me them with them aged grapes, baby. Yeah. It's bananas, apples, and that's it.
Adam over here is secretly 80 years old.
Okay.
I'm older than the rest of you.
Because I think we have to come to a consensus as a group. I think that's kind of the assignment here, and I may be overthinking this.
there, anything goes in Fruit Talk. I'm an Appleman.
Apples
number 1.
Here,
Apple is the most versatile. Apple is the most versatile of all of these by far.
There's the crumble. There's the pie.
There's pie. You can do the banana slices. You can put it into foods and it won't fully taste like apple. Sauce. It's crunchy. It's crisp. There are sauce. There are all types of them. You can go like Macoun. You can go like, Red Delicious, Gold Delicious. You can go with like Stamen Wine Saps and all of the Granny Smith. Some are good for pies. Some are good for just eating. It's a great snack without like getting everywhere. You can get small apples, big apples. How about them apples?
Okay.
And Diplin is a cute Pokemon. He's an
Diplin
apple.
is indeed a cute Pokemon. But also I think Brian, you bring up a very interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
Do we consider the cultural
coconut?
But hear me out. If you have one bad apple, it spoils the bunch.
That's the thing. If we're talking like colloquialisms, But that being said, if we're getting into then I think that takes bananas down because but it is
You
fun.
can murder somebody with a banana.
Banana peels.
Yeah.
Banana peels give it a bad name, but seeing something that's bananas, that's usually a fun thing.
And Gwen
It's
Stefani
also a
sings
sword.
That song.
And
we
an
all know how to
escape
spell it
tactic.
because of that.
Wait, elaborate, Omni. What did you just say?
Also, when you peel it down, it's a sword.
I like that.
Also, its skin is a deterrent.
Yeah.
Mario Party?
Also,
wanna
most
slip and
people open bananas the way that it's not supposed to be open. You hold the
True.
stem and you open it from the top or the
Yeah.
bottom.
You flip it. Reverse it.
Also,
Puzzle.
also bananas. Have you ever tried to chew on a banana peel?
No.
It
No.
will.
I once.
It will suck all the moisture out of your mouth, in a funny way. That was always a dare we would do in school. Be like, you need to chew on the banana peel, and then their mouth would get so dry that they'd have to they're when your lips get stuck on your gums because your mouth is so dry. Clearly, I'm the only one that's ever thought about this or done this, and that's cool. And I'll see myself out.
I once slipped on a banana peel on the streets of New York on a first date.
Cool, man.
So they're dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta watch out, man.
I don't know if that bumps it or lowers it, but they are dangerous.
Okay.
Get to that edge. Yeah.
So the culture, okay. But we have within the apple situation, we've got how do you like them apples? That's great, but we also got one, a rotten apple, but also keeps the doctor away. That's either sometimes a good thing or a bad thing.
No, go see your doctor, guys. No, it's important to see doctors.
Honestly,
Go
okay.
doctors. Everyone, please go to your doctors.
So that makes me feel like that we're raising the stock price of oranges in a pretty spectacular fashion. Correct me if I'm wrong here.
I mean, oranges help you with scurvy.
They're pirate
Hydration when you're playing soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Great. Juice is delicious. Are we pulp people or no pulp people?
Pulp. I actually really want to know if you're a pulp. You're not a pulpman, Omni. I don't.
Texture does it weird for me, man. I have some weird texture problems.
Now I know why you. Yeah. Now I know why you and Adam are friends.
I want all the pulp in my body.
I wish when it comes to pulp,
he just wants the shavings.
Oh, you know what I realized?
I drain it and slop the pulp.
I don't have this light on. Oh, that's probably better. That's why I was looking weird.
Look at that.
There we go. Golly.
There you go. Look at that. Yeah.
When it comes, okay, just getting back to pulp. When it comes to pulp, I wish guys, I'm pulp. I wish I could drink a solid orange. I wish they're like, what level of pulp do you want? I'm like, orange.
It's like the brand. What brand has the image of the? Is it Tropicana?
That's exactly
that
what
has
I'm
the straw
talking
in the
about.
orange.
Yes. Okay. So,
Okay, as producer Brian, we got to go back to the rankings. I put us in the pulp weeds. Let's go back. Where are we putting these things?
Manners.
Okay, bananas.
Number one. Even though I doesn't disagree, he wants strawberries.
Here's the thing. I think we can be.
Brad's
got a whiteboard.
Arguments. I could rate. I can't give banana number one. I just can't.
Really?
Wow.
Okay. I think
Brian, I will say, made a very valiant effort for apples.
I agree. I would be fine with apples being first. Politically, okay. I will rescind my banana as first and put apple first. If we can put banana second, is that okay?
Concede.
You can concede that. I will.
That works.
I can also. I will say. If we're talking, I just don't know how comfortable I feel putting strawberries third. Berries.
No one's mentioned blueberry.
We're gonna get.
Yeah, there's a reason why. Because blueberries suck.
No. Here's the thing. I love blueberries. Blueberry is my They are my favorite flavor of things. but blueberry.
The only thing blueberries have done correctly is made Violet Beauregard or whatever blow up into a giant circle.
Interesting.
It's the only accomplishment blueberries have ever done.
Point taken.
No, elaborate how that was a good thing. I want to know more about why that was a.
That bitch deserved it. She knows what she did.
First of all, she was a child. Her father was to blame that whole time.
No, but
right.
Okay. But blueberries are my favorite flavor of things, but I think we can all agree texturally they're terrible. But blueberry muffins, blueberry donuts, blueberry. You're forgetting that crumble. You know, blueberry.
Nobody's bringing a blueberry to the bedroom.
Whoa.
Just saying.
Wow.
I mean,
that chocolate sauce and the strawberry, man.
That is a factor that I'm not 100% sure I want to mine all the way. But it's something.
But it's true. He's right.
But
there's a romantic element of strawberries. You don't see anyone sexually peeling an orange and rubbing it on somebody else's mouth.
You've never seen me peel an orange. I can do it all in one thing, like ooh.
So based on our conversations, this is what I've landed at in terms of what we're thinking: apple, banana, orange, strawberry, blueberry. Based on the conversation we've had,
I will say this.
If anyone feels differently, please speak up. This is important.
I will say this: in the interest of being a good host to our first guest, Michael, I will say this. I will rescind orange as number 3 and put strawberry at 4. Oh, and here is the only fact, and here is why orange gets docked down to 4. And there's one specific reason that gets orange in the 4 spot. And that is...
I know what you're going to say.
The combination of chocolate and orange. A chocolate orange. What did you think I was going to say? Maybe I'm more interesting in your mind than I am actually. So...
Oh, I thought you were going to bring up the fact that of all of these flavors on here, the thing we really haven't talked about is toothpaste.
Don't even get me started on that. But did you know I found a very specific reason, and this is going to make Adam gag. There is a way around that. They make orange flavored toothpaste.
Oh God!
No.
Oh.
But also, now that I'm thinking about it, when are we going to rank toothpaste flavors? Because for me, it's cinnamon top. Boom.
Cinnamon?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a cinnamon toothpaste?
You better believe it. You know what? Yeah, put that on top of apple. It's cinnamon flavored toothpaste, apple, banana.
Whoa. Cinnamon flavored toothpaste
apple
is now a fruit. You heard it here first.
Yeah, man.
I feel like cinnamon apple solidifies apple as number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cinnamon?
How do we feel? Apple, banana, strawberry, orange, blueberry.
I think
I think it works.
I think with the politics of the space, I think we nailed it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got to compromise sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to be fruit perverts, then yeah, strawberries in the 3rd slot. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, anything goes in fruit talk.
Brian, why do I feel like you had like a to-do list for this show, and one of it was say anything goes in blank talk as much as possible?
Well, yeah, I have my own bingo card.
I'm not mad at it. It makes me laugh. Makes me laugh every time. Vlisteria is not happy. Too bad.
I purposefully left off peach because that's just bias.
Yeah.
But also, yeah. But I mean, a nectarine is better than a peach. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do this, guys. It's cinnamon flavored toothpaste. Brought to you by Cinnamon Scope. All right. Anyways, that's been everyone's favorite segment. Roll for convo. You heard it here first. Apple's won, right? Great. It's only been 20 seconds and I've already forgotten. That's the power of podcasting. So we've come to, and I am just slowly having a little bit of a freak out because I realized that I probably didn't build Brian into his I didn't do that, but you'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when we get there.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to. Anyways, so we've come to, we're fixing Kraven tonight. That's the general gist of the show. We're going to be
General gist.
Yes, indeed. A hearty and healthy salute. But before we do that, we need to know more about the 2024 fantastic runaway smash hit, Kraven. And for that, we're going to have to go to our producer, Brian, the best producer in the game, hanging on by the thinnest of ice. We're mixing metaphors as we go. Let's see if I can add his camera into this next scene as quickly as humanly possible, because I forgot to do it up top. And when we roll that beautiful bean fun fact footage. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. Just a second. Oh, nope.
So you do it.
I got it. Here we go.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh.
I forgot.
Oh.
I forgot about it. Oh, no. Window capture.
It's a good graphic.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to get there. We're going to get there. Oh my God. No. Shoot. No. That's Omni. No. Transform.
Oh, hi, Omni.
Oh, we're flipping it upside down. No. No, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. I was doing a bit and now I ruined it.
You're doing great, Jay.
All right.
Nope.
We'll get there. We'll get
All
there.
I'm almost there.
Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet and fit to screen. No, that's the fix it background. No, we got to fix this screen. Transform. Fix the screen. There we go. Oh, and then we got to shrink Brian down. Okay, here we go. There it is. No. There he is.
Almost there.
Look at him go.
Yay!
Okay, you know what? We're gonna. Here we go.
I think I almost blacked out.
When we roll that beautiful bean fun fact footage. There he is.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Producer Brian here. And today we are trying to fix that Sony Spider-Man villain, no Spider-Man villain, I should say, Kraven. And as we always say here at Fix It, that's so Kraven. Released in 2024 after a 2-year delay, it was directed by J.C. Chander and written by Art Markham, Matt Holloway, and Richard Wenk. It stars Quicksilver, The Bullet, Gladiator, Charlie from Girls, Gladiator 2 guy, and Castor Troy's little brother. Here are some fun bean facts. This movie had a budget of $130 million, and it made $62 million, and only 25 of that was in the US. Kraven was one of the villains Sam Raimi wanted to use in Spider-Man 4 before they rebooted with Andrew Garfield. He wanted to make it a little bit more, ground-oriented. And welcome to Release Date Royale. January 13th, 2023, then was moved to October 6th, 2023, then was moved to August 30th, 2024, and then it finally came out on December 13th, 2024. Maybe don't release your Spider-Man villain movies on Friday the 13th. Sony was way more optimistic that this would be like Venom more than it was like Madam Web. And if you care, this has a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. However, it has a 73% audience score, or they call it the popcorn meter now, and it has a 2.0 out of 5.0 on Letterboxd. Something else to note is during this episode, I am going to be checking facts live. And because I'm checking facts live, we are going to have an over-under on this episode. The over-under for facts being wrong is going to be a 4.5. So if we go under 4, if we go under 4.5, fantastic, we did it. If we go over 4.5, so we're 5, then I get to do one thing that I want to do at the end of this episode. Yeah, let's get excited about that. Anyway, back to you, gentlemen. Please enjoy your fixes because, as we all know, that's so Kraven.
Great job, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Wait, so what's the scoring matrix like?
Yeah, you got our facts right, Jay.
Oh,
If I have to correct 5 facts,
okay.
then I get a moment for myself at the end of the episode. If you're under 4, if you're under 4.5,
It's just
then,
gonna be you
we'll just-
eating strawberries.
Sensually.
I made a sandwich. It's just 10 minutes of me hosing a sandwich.
Yeah, Omni was right about strawberries. And how. Awesome. That's actually, I didn't realize that it had been that delayed as much.
Because we'd seen the trailer. So your confusion at the beginning of this episode is not weird because we've seen the trailer since early 2023.
Because I guess we did a trailer reaction to it, and then I feel like it just never came out, and we did enough time had passed that we did another trailer reaction to it, and I was like, why do I feel like we've seen this before? And Adam was like, because we have, and I was like, that's not true.
That's not true.
I think they recut it a little bit to have more graphic violence in it, but
I think that's true.
I don't think the first one was red band like the second one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a good choice on their part, but
it was
definitely.
We were excited for it after that Red Band trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But for those at home who maybe have not seen Kraven and are interested in wondering the overall gist of what we're about to fix, we've come to everyone's most favorite segment. We took another poll that was in another episode, but not the poll that we just took, but another poll. We took a poll. It's everyone's favorite segment. It's where Adam is going to tell us exactly what happens every single moment at he's going to recite the entire screenplay of Kraven and everyone's favorite segment, Plot Drop.
The whole okay. Let's see. So Kraven, it starts off in Siberia, probably Siberia, some cold Russian jail place. And we see this oh no, Kraven's been captured by Russians, I guess. And then he gets his way to the warden of said base, who's a bad guy, but we don't know why he's a bad guy. But he's a bad guy. And then he kills him with a tooth from a tiger.
Yeah.
Really cool fight scene. He's like, oh my god, look at how awesome Kraven is. He's stabbing people, he's jumping really high, he's climbing walls like a spider monkey. And gets on a plane and flies home and apparently on the flight home, he reminisces about his past, how he got these powers. And then over the next half hour, which really could have been more like 15 minutes, we see Kraven as a kid. He got a younger brother who is very good at impressions. And their dad is a gladiator, and he is very stern and just wants his sons to be men and hunt things. And then he has a moment, Kraven has a moment with Aslan. And then Aslan mauls him before his dad shoots Aslan. And so Aslan absconds with a bloody Kraven.
To be fair, he was warned not to quote the old magic. He was warned. You know?
He was warned. Aslan was there. Kraven gets dropped in front of Calypso and her family, who Calypso was just talking to her grandmother, who had some type of spiritual, magical super soldier serum.
It was magical Visine. They were like a little eyedropper.
I don't know. The lion bleeds inside of an open wound on Kraven, and then Calypso gives Kraven this magical Baja Blast, and then he sees tribal symbols and the forest, and then wakes up with powers. And then he decides to leave his family and his brother alone with his very stern father and his criminal empire, I guess, and then heads off to somewhere in eastern Russia for the next 12 years or something. He's maybe about
fully
30,
change appearance.
To stack all of the beef and get super Yudge, and then start his quest to basically pull an arrow, right? Isn't he doing a little Stephen Amell? And it's like, you have failed this city. And just goes
might
around.
as well have
Right?
Like I mean, I injected that. He had his
Yeah.
own list. He was like, "You're
He had a
on
list.
it. I'm crossing you off." And
He used a
yes, you're on
crossbow?
here.
Yeah.
Yep.
The crossbow. He starts killing bad guys, and then the press is all like, he's Kraven the Hunter. And then, but that's not the story. Him killing bad guys isn't the story. The actual story is, in the present day, some other gangster person wanted to partner with his dad and have like a combined criminal thing, and his dad's like, no, I'm a
And that's the extent of any development up until that point.
Only development.
I'd like to be business partners. No. That's it.
That's it. And so this guy who's apparently sick or something goes to a doctor off screen in New York who is a Spider-Man character, and he gives him rhino powers. Or Animorph powers, really, though we don't see that until the end of the movie. And so he then tries to take over the Kravenoff criminal empire. He kidnaps Kraven's brother. It's a really cool chase scene. They start fighting. There's some other guy that shows up that has powers where he recites 3 numbers and can like disappear from somebody and then Crimson Sky them in the back. We don't know who this guy is. Whatever. It all ultimately concludes at the end back in Eastern Russia with Rhino, with the kidnapped brother. Calypso has joined Kraven in the Crave Cave, and Kraven kills all the bad guys and saves his brother. But his brother has been in the influence of his dad for too long, and then decides to go to Rhino's New York Animorph doctor. It's chameleon power. Oh my god, it was chameleon the whole time! Ooh! We'll see you in the sequel that will never exist. Oh, and Rhino at one point loses his shit at a sink and does the following.
The mic cut out in such a way.
Oh no, did it really?
We got the first part of it.
Oh man,
that was good. Did you practice that though?
Oh, did it really cut out? Oh man,
yeah, I did the J thing. Oh.
It was.
Well, we can ADR it in like they did.
Oh, they did the movie. They did the movie, yeah. Or they ADR'd. They digitally replaced the actress's face in a few scenes in Act 3 to totally redo whatever the context was.
She was a still image in which they digitally made her lips and eyes blink, and well, yes, her lips blinked as well to make the ADR look like it actually happened. In the moment, I was like, I didn't comment on it. I was like,
Yeah, wait. What?
I was like, something about that looked weird. And I was like, I don't know how much of these people are even real at this point. So,
the action was really good. The fight scenes were great. Like, the chase scene was like the best scene of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the bad guys sucked.
I think
also he's he went to her before all of that too, because she's a lawyer, and he's just like, my way is kind of better because justice sucks. And he's like, justice.
Yeah, and she gives up all of her like principles basically immediately. She's like, but I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. And he's like, yeah, but don't. And she's like, all right, crossbow me. Let's go. Like,
He's like, the ones you can. Well, he basically turned her into Matt Murdock, except to the point where he's the one that goes out and picks up the slack when the justice fails.
Yes.
But then he's also Punisher.
Yes.
He only does it against bad people. So
yes,
he's like so many other people but Kraven.
For sure.
Other than his
You
looks.
say butt Kraven?
He is butt Kraven. Kraven that booty.
I mean, Kraven got that booty. Let's be honest. He was running around in tight pants. When he jumped off that building and crashed into the side and slid down, and then he was running through that city in bare feet.
Did he work those
What's wrong,
yams,
Jay?
dude?
Yeah.
Funky butt Kraven. That caught me right between the eyes. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That just I couldn't. Did you say butt Kraven? Did he say funky butt Kraven? Anyways, so sorry. So, sir, that's wildly unprofessional. This is a very professional podcast. If you haven't been able to tell,
the most professional.
If you haven't been able to tell from jump, this is a very professional podcast. Okay. You say buck Raven. Anyways. There's okay. Somebody else talk.
What
So what for everyone here? What worked about the movie for you?
Yes,
you all talk about how this movie like is one of the better ones of these Marvel Sony films. What really worked for you? What drew you into it?
Aaron Taylor
Johnson. There you go.
I always want to say Aaron Taylor Joy every time. That's the first thing my brain goes. Aaron Taylor Joy, right? That's his name. That's his sister's name, right? No, she's a completely other person. Also a Marvel character who should come back at some point.
Yeah, and a fantastic unrelated movie. Said with sarcasm.
He was the best. Like he did a great job. I mean, he didn't have a Russian accent, but like actors.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that accent. It was all over the place.
Did he attempt?
Sometimes he was from like Brooklyn. Sometimes he maybe implies he was kind of Russian.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I don't know.
It's like they could have just explained it like I hate my dad so much I don't want to talk like him or something. They should have acknowledged it. I agree with you. I think he has he succeeds as like a super powered person in this movie, in that the way he exists through this movie, when he does stuff, I weirdly go, I think he could probably do that. You know, I was like, I had to suspend disbelief, obviously, but I'm like, yo, for some reason, I think, yeah, I believe that he has lion powers. But I also think one thing that I thought in regards to like his power set and what he was doing stunt wise, there's a lot of stunts that are designed in a way to be realistically unelegant. Like specifically when like his brother first gets taken and he jumps off of the balcony and like kind of eats shit a little bit. Like there's a realism there that I'm like, my brain goes to like, oh yeah, that wouldn't be that. Ow. Oh yeah, but he's fine because he's Kraven, and that's what Kraven do. Like I think
that was one of my favorite things about that entire. I mean, that whole chase sequence was arguably the best part of the movie.
Yeah,
because it was really well shot. The choreo was really good, and like you said, like he was in a moment of panic there because it was like, oh, these people just kidnapped my brother. Here I'm gonna go. So like he was more in like, I need to get booking it. So like it was sloppy, and I think that always adds like a level of groundedness that a lot of things lack, because sometimes it could be too perfect or too over the top in this way that just kind of like because even like when he starts taking off after them and he tries to derail the car, you know, he's running so hard he overshoots it, like so he like hits the car, but then he like fumbles into like a bus and stuff like that. Like it's little touches like that in the stunt work that I really appreciated throughout the movie, because a lot of the action was really well handled. Maybe not edited the best in certain sequences, but the action helped do a lot of the heavy lifting, and a lot of Aaron Taylor Johnson's efforts helped with that as well, I think. And the accuracy of the abilities aside and how they came upon him, they got parts of his origin right, other parts not so much, but they at least did design him in a way, or at least choreographed choreo him in a way that a lot of his movements did come off like, like jungle animalistically. Like he's not fighting like some person who trained with ninjas his entire life or anything like that. He's a beast that is mauling your head off, and that can be with his hands or a bear trap. It's going to be whatever he can get his hands on.
That guy got bear trapped. And
He got bear trapped.
He got bear trapped. That guy got pulled in half by a stump. The guy got stumped.
Oh my god, that I was not prepared for.
Yo, and because like we saw that a little bit of that in the trailer, and I was like, there can't be more to that. And they're like, no, there's got like 3 more seconds. That guy got stumped. He got big old
stump
stump.
day, everybody. Happy
Hooray!
stump day.
He used his teeth to tear a guy's nose off.
That was
Did it
really
all,
cool.
Man. He Rick Grimes that dude's face.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's the type of thing where I think if you just like put these action sequences in front of somebody, like they'd be like, oh, well, this movie rules, right? And it's like, no, it doesn't actually. It's actually not. I think, let's put it this way. I usually write down like 3 things that worked and 3 things that didn't. My things that worked, I think giving him an actual power set, I think, helped me personally. And I think, and we talked about that earlier, I like bought that he could do these things. And also just, I think the character history, I think with setting it up with a father and like making it a family thing at the end of the day, I think really works and humanizes this character. But I think it just, everything else that this like this little like chunk that works travels through, like there's just not enough there.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Not even close.
Because the family element is bare bones, I think, but it's enough to where you can be like, oh, I get that. Like the connection with the brother, the estrangement with the father trying to turn them into himself. So you have the oldest son who, well, oldest full son that he wants to just bestow everything upon, who wants nothing to do with them. The other one who wouldn't mind it, doesn't mind what they're doing, but he's just doesn't live up to what his expectations are. Like there's a lot of good narrative there that like you latch on enough to understand the core like emotional through line for a lot of the characters and stuff like that. So, which is more than can be said for some of their other stuff. But I thought that stuff worked for what it was there to do. Could it have been fleshed out some more? Sure, but I think it did enough of its job to help ground some of the other lesser developed elements.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we should just call it out. Like, the thing that makes this movie bad is Rhino. And then also, whatever that other guy was. Oh, who was that guy? The guy who likes to count. Did he ever get a name?
The Foreigner is what he was called. And
okay.
He has some kind of hypnotism power.
Yeah. He was the Count.
And he's only there because I guess one of Kraven's old hits was his mentor. That's the only thing that brought him in.
But that is just so poorly set up. It just doesn't make any sense.
Are they just not allowed? Are they just not allowed to mention Spider-Man in any of these? They're just not allowed to do it.
Well, there was one. Was it in Morbius? There was one like graffiti Spider-Man.
That was not in the movie.
Wall. Oh, it was just
in the
trailer
only.
Ah.
Yeah, no. There's been no. Well, the closest we've gotten to Spider-Man was Madam Web.
Oh, that's
in which
right.
There was the birth of Peter,
but no full names.
Yep.
Nope. So correction. Sony can mention Spider-Man. They chose not to in these movies.
It's a choice to not mention the Draw.
Marvel's the only reason Marvel is allowed to use them is because of Sony. But Sony made the choice to not use the Spider-Man in those.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which makes so much
Marvel,
of it more baffling.
Marvel can use animated Spider-Man without permission in anything they want.
Interesting.
And
they don't. I don't think that. Yeah, it's something about the
in
TV
live action,
rights
it's
and animation.
on loan. Basically, is the
yes, and that's
agreement.
the deal that got that's the deal that got released in that hack and stuff like that. But yeah,
that's so wild to me.
Yeah,
and they could have. Well, that's getting into the conversation of fixing the thing.
Well, I mean, we're already here. We might as well move into it. We're here.
The good was
the thing.
Kraven and his family, and the bad were the bad guys. Like the plot.
His
that
father
family
was
dealing with something else would have been better.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying, Omni?
I don't understand why they feel the desperate need to make all of these people heroes of their own stories.
I just had that thought. I was like, do we make a Kraven movie where he's just actually a bad guy?
And that
the most interesting part of the movie was, the most interesting part of the movie is him sitting in a throne at the end. I'm like, cool. Now the movie start. Oh, credits. Oh, okay.
The thing is, like, by that point too, they're like, "Oh, you're just like dad." And I was like, no, you can't say that and make it true. Like, nothing up until that point makes him a replacement for his father, who has the comic book Kraven ideology. Like his father is more akin to the traditional Kraven than Kraven, because like we said, he's just kind of the Punisher with powers. Like he's morally aligned, questionably, but for good. Like he's protecting the animal kingdom. He's going after people that kill children and women and all kinds of stuff. Gun runners. Like he specifically mentions he only kills bad guys in the movie. And it's not even like about the hunt. That's just he was that's just what they call me. I don't actually but like there's nothing about like he doesn't hunt for trophies. He doesn't even take trophies. There's nothing at all relevant to the actual character in there.
I feel like we exist in a space where maybe Kraven is like maybe this plot is we have a Kraven who maybe is trying to quote unquote like help and be a hero, but realizes through the arc of the story that it's maybe his like character arc ends in a spot that is like, no, somebody's got to be the boogeyman. I can be the boogeyman. Do you know what I'm saying?
The most dangerous? Yeah, the most dangerous game is man. So like, because Kraven exists as one of those comic book characters, like oh yeah, he introduces a bad guy because he's like a hunter, blah, blah, blah. But like Poison Ivy, like Poison Ivy shouldn't be a bad guy.
No,
she should be that kind of morally gray character of like she's got a point. Sometimes she like Magneto, got a point. Sometimes he goes too far, and we should stop. But like good Magneto is like, but you understand where he's coming from. And like he's only like a foot over the line, but not that far. Like
Killmonger may be one of the best examples of the way they've done it in movies over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Like,
do we build a Kraven movie that sets him up to be a villain in a Spider-Man movie? Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
is that likable enough? Like, is that our audiences gonna jive with that?
What if it doesn't have, does he have to be a villain? Because it could just be an antagonist, like in the Spider-Man 2 video game. Like Kraven takes over the city because they needed stuff to do in the game, but the ultimate story is Venom. So like if he's like a side villain or a side antagonist, that just happens to be there while the bigger story is going on of whoever, like that makes sense. Like Hunt, because you could see like, and this is just spitballing for not the actual fix, but just like maybe with J. Jonah Jameson like kind of being like he's a menace, he's ruining this city. And I was like, oh wait a second, that's what Kraven does. Kraven takes out people who are hurting cities. Spider-Man's hurting the city. Oh, that'd be a good hunt. That's two birds, one stone.
So it's almost like a Ra's al Ghul kind of move. It's from
okay.
I
mean, if you want to piggyback off of what you already have, if you don't want a Spider-Man, I mean, this world has a publicly rampaging black symbiote monster that is just roaming about, causing like whatever you want to call it, like his own little sense of justice or whatever. But like from the public eye, it's a giant monster running around, and that's a challenge. And you could play into that for him. I guess it's the hard part, I think, is navigating a space where you're like, how are we going to root for this guy whose entire existence is just getting the biggest trophy, right? So like they went the he takes out bad guy route. He's the Punisher route. Like I feel like there's a way. Like I mean, we came out in a world where the Joker made $1 billion.
Yeah,
like it can be done. Like you can make a movie where we're behind the villain or watching the descent or whatever. Like, and I just feel like there was like a fear of putting the audience in that vehicle for whatever reason. But you have a world where there's if you don't I don't even know why we're not mentioning Spider-Man. I have no idea. But we have a Venom. We have a vampire running around. We have these other entities that we could obviously pair him with.
That's interesting. Like the concept of like instead of building up to Spider-Man, you build up to kind of Kraven trying to like catch all these for his trophy room. Like that's kind of really interesting.
I mean I think that would be wild. Like just if you're wanting to build this universe into a universe to begin with, I mean, you had that groundwork laid, and then you could just add that into it. And then now we're seeing these entities we've gotten to know through their films now being stalked, or maybe even from his point of view, he's removing some dangerous threats while he sees it as a challenge, as a hill to conquer or whatever. You can morally justify that without being too far away from the comic book Kraven, where he can justify it as like, oh, these things are a menace, and goes after him instead of making him the Punisher. I don't know, man.
So I mean, I think we're just kind of talking about how the movie ends. So like, as you know, like the bridge to the next movie. So I guess the question is like, what do we? Because I think we all like the family dynamic in the movie. So like, what do we put that up against? What is the fix? Is what's the bad guy? What's the antagonist for the Kraven origin movie?
I think we have
because the family can stay the same, but like, what is he?
I think the family can stay the same.
It was his dad.
Yes.
At the end of the day, he orchestrated this whole ordeal to make Kraven kill his enemies.
I think you set up the dad rather than being okay, hear me out. The dad exists. He is not a crime boss, but he is existing as like a Kraven before Kraven kind of vibe, in that he hunts down basically like when he is an assassin, but in the like a superhero space, like in The Boys or whatnot. Like I'm the guy they call in when they're not totally sure what they need to kill, type of thing. And so like his dad almost has like a Van Helsing kind of like, but a little bit more like savage kind of vibe. And it's the type of thing where they get sent in to I think eventually, which could lead to Kraven learning the lesson of like it's something along the lines of like, we don't have to be like the Punisher. Like we don't necessarily, some of these things, like just because we don't have to kill things just because we don't understand them kind of vibe. Maybe that's a little too ham-fisted.
Well, what if we actually did the plot of the first part of the movie, of him having a list and pulling an arrow, and like, because remember, even Calypso pulls up all those newspaper articles or whatever, and I was like, these 7 things, like, that all looks awesome. Why are these just newspaper clippings? Could we have seen this? What if he's actually like working his way, through a criminal organization, and it turns out it's his dad?
Okay.
And even though that's in the movie, like, we just make it not so much Rhino, because he just takes up so much freaking screen time, and is so just, not tonally the same as the rest of the movie.
I mean, I get what they were doing with that, because like everything, it's the Iron Man 3 situation, with, this guy came to him and was like, you have the resources, can you help me? He's like, no, you're a sick little punk. I don't care about that. If you can't hold your own, I mean, hell, his own wife, goes through her mental battle, and he's like, oh, well, she opted out. Weak. Like, that's the kind of guy we're dealing with. Like, that's how he sees everything. So, like, this guy who was trying to leverage his resources, he just, like, looked down upon him. He even called him, like, no name, because he refused to, he wasn't even strong enough to have a name. So, he creates his own villains, like, in his family and in those around him. And then at the end of the day, he's too much of a coward to fight himself, and has his son do it for him. Because, like, I knew you weren't going to come save me or pull me out of this situation, so I let Dimitri get kidnapped so that you would go after him. I know you wouldn't let anything happen to him. And then once Kraven figured that out, he's like, I don't have to kill you, but I don't have to save you. And then he took his bullets, and Bear got a munching.
But I feel like we have to have a Spider-Man bad guy in order for this to be. There needs to be something if we're not going to mention Spider-Man. We got to have some semblance of there's got to be some kind of like that. I understand why Rhino's in this movie, because like they were like, we got to do something.
An animal theme, yeah.
I mean, that's the whole roster. If you're excluding like the Shocker or Electro, most of them are animal
Scorpion.
based.
Yeah,
Scorpion could have worked, but he's more.
But that's,
I don't know.
That
gets. I mean, Chameleon's already in the movie. Wouldn't that be a really hard thing for him to track? Something that turns into everything else around him, and it ends up being his brother in the end, and that's the twist.
If he didn't know.
Yes, that's.
Oh, what
I think
if
that
when
might
he left, because of that push and pull with his father or whatever, and left his brother behind, and just to find out his father did turn him into what he couldn't be, and he was this chameleon. Like, he was all these different things in the news, shaping all these, and you can have him hunting him the entire time, because then you just have the twist of like, oh no, this kind of puts it on him because he left and he abandoned him to him, and then his father succeeded in a way. He got what he wanted, just not with the right son. And
that's the big reveal at the end. Yep.
And just more Chameleon. Chameleon's probably one of my, I'd say upper echelon Spider-Man villains that I enjoy. And I was like, oh, okay, he's in here. I didn't know if they were going to tackle that or not. But you could have made that a whole crux of the film, to lean on the elements that we liked, like we all said, like the family dynamic. Like, you could make it almost all about that in a way. Maybe have some.
So it's basically the same movie. We're just kind of following him more through trying to reconnect with his brother, and him also trying to take out people on the list. But he doesn't know that, like, make it easy, like maybe 4 people on that list are all the same guy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. here's how I think we set up him having chameleon powers from jump. Or not from jump, but through the process of this movie. I think rather than I think after they get their powers, I think they are still technically in their father's lives, and we can borrow what I was talking about earlier with like he's moved on from like hunting like big game and moving on to super powered things. They are specifically in New York trying to hunt a giant lizard man that has been apparently terrorizing New York in some capacity. I understand that this is Sony, so lizard gets weird, but just for this purpose, basically they find out that it's actually, you know, Doc Connors, and through him having an issue with his dad about killing, they're like, this is actually a guy, like, I don't feel comfortable about this, like this guy's like, clearly something's wrong here, and he's just like, no, like this is the hunt, like he's got to go. Through that whole thing, Doc Connors escapes, but that sets up the twist in towards the end here, where the younger brother, something goes wrong during that situation, but he realizes that this Doc Connors probably has the ability to like help him with things, and we can set up that Doc Connors helped create Chameleon kind of vibe. And I think you have a situation where we find out that not only like all the different people that Kraven has been working with, his brother, the Chameleon, but also his dad as well. And maybe his dad didn't actually make it out of that situation, or there was like an issue
That's
or
cool.
a conflict where the dad didn't make it out, but the brother as Chameleon has also been the dad the whole time. And so it's been a conflict between the brother and the dad the whole time, and they're just kind of they're using, like, Kraven's been a pawn in that whole thing. And then at the end, we just figure out it was the brother being like, well, you liked me, but you didn't trust me to take care of my own problems, and you hated dad, but you would go to any lengths to do what dad wanted to do. So like, I just had to eliminate dad and just push you in different directions to do what you need to do.
Cool.
Yep,
I like that a lot.
It's a huge action film. Kraven doing all this cool Kraven stuff, and then surprise, surprise, actually, it's like kind of like a mystery thriller. Surprise, you didn't know this Act 3 twist. Yeah, everyone's been dead the whole time. It's just been me.
Yeah.
Now what are you gonna do?
But also, if we're existing in the Sony space and Lizard's already been done, it could very well be Mac Gargan as the Scorpion, and they find out that it's like, this is just a guy in a suit. Like, there's something bigger going on here, and they're like, we're paid to get rid of this guy, and he gets away, kind of thing. It could be that situation. It could be like an Alistair Smythe kind of situation, or something to that effect.
That could work.
Yeah. Because I mean, the intro of his powers only needs to be 10 minutes. We can speed that. He can hang out with Calypso. They can see the thing. We don't need a vision quest. We could just like, oh, he gets mauled by a tiger.
I mean,
bloop, there you go.
Comic book wise, like, he only goes the mutagen route with her after he's conquered the animal kingdom. Once he's like, I need the tools to go after Spider-Man, so he basically uses those concoctions and does all that to add that to his repertoire so he could go fight Spider-Man.
Oh.
So he doesn't have this whole, like, I mean, they still tie them together, and it was her herbs or spices or whatever that juiced him up. And
17 herbs, 11. 11, yeah.
The mechanic is correct. The how and the delivery was not so much. But if you set it up in like this with the family storyline at its crux, once this crazy stuff starts going on, maybe he went off on his own, didn't want to live under his father's finger, and he abandons his brother like he did. But he does go into the animal kingdom and starts doing what Kraven typically does, and then starts navigating towards, oh, now these monsters are running around. Let's see what that's about. Then he seeks out Calypso, juices up, goes in. Maybe his brother has sought out Doc Connors previously, or any number of weird New York scientists that live in the back alleys, and tries to rectify his own ailment or his own perceived weakness, maybe on his own storyline that piggybacks piggybacks off the original deviation between the two brothers. They just get to their powers in a different way, and then you have all the little stuff in the background that is actually his brother by the end of it. Like, he doesn't know that he went that route to
Yeah.
try to fix the things he thinks is wrong with him, things that his father thinks he's incapable of. And then, well, guess what, Dad? I'm in charge now. And then, like you said, he's just been everybody this entire time. And then, this is gonna be good.
Like, it's the type of thing where, yeah, it's the type of thing where if you could have it, like the justification is that, like, you were never supposed to figure out, like, I was always just going to just, like, ping pong you back. And did you notice, like, any time that, like, you know, Dad was going to be in a vulnerable place, like, I was suddenly in trouble at some point? Like, it's the type of thing where it just becomes real, like, I was always just going to be using you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, you're this ultimate, you have this amazing power and all this stuff, but, like, at the end of the day, like, we gotta work smarter and not harder, bud. Now let's go kill Spider-Man. All right.
Yeah. What if it was even just like the brother is the one that calls him for help, and just, like, you know, he's doing his own thing. But, like, you know, then years later gets a call from his brother, like, I tracked you down. I'm really sorry, but, like, I'm in trouble because Dad's caught the eye of insert, you know, animal themed villain here, and he just wants his brother back. He doesn't know that he's gonna go to Calypso and get the Baja Blast. But, like, okay, but that works too. That helps us even more because it just bounces it back and forth. Just so, like, there's that little bit of his brother kind of tainting his journey into this whole craziness.
We know how much you crave the tank, you know?
Cool. Yeah. the chin taint.
Need a crave case.
Yeah, man.
Full crave case.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, look, however, you know, I feel good about this. I think this is kind of, like, right in the right headspace. But the one thing that truly needs to actually be fixed is that there was no White Castle tie-in, and that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I totally agree. And we would name this movie "That's So Kraven."
Absolutely, yeah.
Too fast, too Kraven. Well, I think I'm feeling pretty good about that fix. I feel like we're in a good headspace, and I think we've kind of, I feel like we could go into more depth about that, but I think we might be like coming to the end of our time
if
here.
you actually plot the whole thing, like, yeah, you just have to, like, chart where, you know, where the scenes are that, you know, we would Sixth Sense flash back to being like, oh yeah, surprise, that was me as my dad.
Yeah, totally.
We're gonna
that's
Tyler Durden with Chameleon, and I think you're in good shape.
Yeah.
Like that Far From Home moment where, like, you find out that, like, Jake Gyllenhaal's been in the background the whole time.
Yeah.
Like you have that montage.
But where does before we wrap this up, where does Kraven end where does he land at the end of this movie? Like, what's, like, the jumping off point if we were gonna make a second Kraven?
Well, I mean, he did take out, you know, he fought a Spider-Man villain, you know. Maybe he did have a good time doing that. And he sees, like, oh yeah, these powered people are the next step up from the animal kingdom.
He's like, he was manipulated through this entire journey by another entity with these powers, even pitted against one along the way. You know, what if that sets him on this hunt for all of them? It's like he got he was like, well, this is the only real threat to me. I'm not going to be manipulated anymore. If these are the people that are going to be doing it, you know, they're going to have to look out.
Okay. So what's more interesting, Kraven versus Morbius or Kraven versus Venom?
More interesting.
Well, the better actor is definitely Venom. So that they would have better screen chemistry of, you know, chipping at each other. I think fans just be like, oh, please just kill Morbius. Please end Morbin time.
Yeah.
We'd like to go home.
I take those two options and I counter with I'd like to see Venom and Kraven just raffle stomp Morbius and then fight each other.
Okay, fair. Touche.
Yeah.
And then maybe they take out Madam Web.
Well, you got time travel for that one.
Oh,
That was
that's
in the past.
Well,
I mean,
then
she
we
could
just-
be in
well,
present
she-
day
she-
and
yeah,
in
she
a
would be- yeah,
wheelchair.
she'd be present day. But they still raffle stomp Madam Web.
They'll never catch her. She's just gonna
hit her chair and everything.
She's gonna leave them. She's gonna leave them in the woods and basically travel halfway across the globe. So they're never gonna catch her. But you guys wait
That's
right
true.
here. I'll be back in 3 weeks.
You're right. Yep, don't do anything stupid. Don't do stupid things.
Don't do
No,
stupid
like
things.
Venom would
Do
be
stupid things.
the one you would want to leave. If we want to go with what we already have, it
Yeah.
would have to be
Oh.
Venom.
For sure. For sure. Whew. Well, I think we did it, Adam. Omni.
We did do
Brian. I think we did it.
Brian, gang, team, unit.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Padres.
I really liked this movie. It was not good, but that doesn't
It deserved
necessarily
better.
mean it really did deserve better.
The vibe of all these movies, I like the vibe of all these movies. They feel like forgotten 90s movies, and like I like that vibe, but they're not made to be forgotten 90s movies. So it's this like weird, like, you know, disjointed expectation.
Yeah. It really is a shame. But you know, it's never really going to be much of an issue because they're gone. And
Yeah.
Gone forever.
yeah.
I wouldn't say forever. We'll see.
Yeah.
There's
Do they have
hope in
anything
forever?
else in the only live action thing they have that's still coming out, as far as I'm aware, Brian, is the Spider-Man Noir movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's live action?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
with Nick Cage.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's already been shooting and everything, so
Uh-huh.
I know El Muerte got exploded. And then that's the only two I remember that were on the back burner. Still.
I'm double checking all that, but I don't think that anything is
I think it's just Noir at this point
yes.
in the live action space.
There is
pretty
an live action, yes. Apparently there's still talks of an animated Spider-Woman movie. But again, not live action. The only one is
When?
Spider Noir.
Spider-Woman, or Gwen?
Animated Spider-Woman.
I assume that's probably Gwen's Spider-Woman.
Uh,
Not the red and yellow
Could be,
outfit. Spider-Woman. Who's completely different.
Jessica Drew is who Spider-Woman is.
Yeah, Jessica Drew.
Oh, Jessica Drew. Oh, okay.
interesting.
There was that silken. What was the other one? I forgot.
The Silk Spider.
Silk
there
and
was-
Sable. That
that was going to
on.
be a TV series. But everything else is really. But in terms of Sony villain stuff, there's no more.
Yeah.
Good. Fortunately.
Huh.
Also good.
Interesting. Okay. Well, we're never gonna get that crave.
So Chad is saying Spider-Man Noir is a show.
Interesting. Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
Cool.
Good. That's good for business, right?
That
That's
is good for business.
That's good for numbers. We're all about that in the reaction space. Well, I think
Numbers
we did it,
go up.
everybody. Let me be the first to majorly thank Omni for being our first guest ever and putting up with
Yeah.
all of this nonsense
Good
that
job,
we do
Omni.
here. and throw all of the peaches in the chat for the lovely producer Brian. I'm sorry that we didn't make that many mistakes tonight.
No, I would prefer you didn't make mistakes. This was lovely.
You're still more than welcome to have your own small little platform. If
No,
you would like.
the people are gonna have to come back and see you potentially mess up the next time. I set the rules. We follow the rules here on Fix It.
That's fine.
Blisteria, yes, we're definitely a law-abiding nation.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Except
if you break the rules, Kraven's coming for you.
Yeah.
You get that butt crave. That fucking butt crave. No. On that note, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We will be back next month. We're going to be doing these once a month with all new guests, probably a whole new streaming setup because this didn't work as well as I wanted it to.
This was good. We're doing great.
Now it's fine. Onward and upward. As we end every single one of these episodes, heartbreak feels good in a place like this.
It's the silent giant Aslan you don't see coming.
That silent
you.
giant.
Silent.
The silent giant, baby.
Yeah, Aslan.
What do you mean? It was seamless. Normally this is going to be the time where I was going to go through super chats, but I think everyone kept them up top, which is great. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you guys for being a part of the stream this evening. I think look at that, 10 o'clock right on the dot. Look at us go. We nailed it. We're doing it great. Once again, we are going to be doing more live streams every month. We're going to be doing some more just chatting and also a live Fix It every month. So definitely come back next month. I will have more dates for that soon. Adam and I actually just got done scheduling everything previewed wise for the next couple of months, and we've got a lot of fun content coming your way. It's going to be awesome. There'll be a lot more details of that soon.
Busy month.
Omni, is there anything you want to send the peaches to like immediately? Is there anything?
Hey, can we put the link to your Kraven reaction in the chat?
Yes, mods, can you help me out really quickly? I would love you forever. That would be amazing. I can just
that dropped today. I'm watching Severance, Reacher, Owl House, One Piece, Daredevil's next week. Ugh.
Yep.
I'm excited, but it's just so busy.
Yeah.
2 episodes.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited. Like that, like as far as like things that have been planned out, I don't know if there's another show that I've been more both nervous and excited for. Like I want to snort a whole line of Daredevil right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, get it up. Yeah. I want to just keister that whole show. Just carry it around. Just
okay.
He's butt craving that shit.
He's butt craving,
butt craving that
He's butt craving Daredevil right now.
Omni, since you have been reacting to Reacher specifically, you can answer this question. Do you think? Thank you, Cade, for throwing the link to Omni's reaction to Kraven in the chat. Appreciate you.
Hero.
Do you think that Adam could kick a car so hard that the airbag would go off?
Adam?
Yes, Adam Lash.
No.
Yeah,
so you don't know we can't. I can't do that. We all know.
But would you? How much? Here's the question, Omni. How much would you pay? How much would you pay to watch him try?
$20.
All right. We get enough 20s. That compounds. That's pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's going to compound.
That's
like my leg fracture.
The marketing writes itself. Hey, do you want to pay $20 to watch Adam break his whole leg? That'd be awesome. Kicking a car for charity. And Brian, let's. Where would you like? Other than I have your links in the description as well. But is there anything you'd want to send people to?
Oh yeah, follow me down there, and then follow my YouTube channel, Nutty Professor. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch at Nutty Professor. I stream every Sunday Pokemon Rips, and then some Nintendo game, Arceus, Tears of the Kingdom. We're definitely playing ZA later this year. So yeah, check me out there and join me for some Pokemon fun.
I've really been having a lot of fun at your streams. It's been really,
Thank you.
I'm lurking most of the time, but that's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
And I am Jax with a $5 super chat. Big thanks to the show. Cheesy Gordita Crunch recommended the chat. Life change. Love it. You love to see it. I've been watching you in the chat. I am Jax talking about Taco Bell the entire time. It's been making me hungry. All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. I've had so much fun.
Over like 150 people are here right now. There was like 170
wild.
while we were doing it. Yeah,
absolutely wild. We've got
making a note here, huge success.
As always. All right, everyone, have a spectacular night. I love you to peaches, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.
Good night, everybody. Brian is so tired.
Oh, no.